Today, we're going to talk about why every teenager should be on NoFap. And I'm going to give you a list of 5 things. But before we start, I want to quickly mention that there is a difference between NoFap and semen retention. Semen retention is basically holding your seed and not releasing at all. While on NoFap, you can release, but only while you're having sex. Let's get straight to it. Okay, as you can probably see, first on the list is higher testosterone. We all know that masturbating causes low testosterone, and if you do it more than one time a day, that's when your testosterone will be at its lowest point. But if you stop this bad habit of watching adult content and jerking off to it, that's when your testosterone will go up and it will help you to develop your main features and build a strong physique. There are multiple researches that show that high testosterone helps you build muscle. Who doesn't want more testosterone? Who doesn't want more gains? Now guys, I'm going to try and explain to you how your testosterone levels rise through your NoFap journey. And what I'm going to give you as an example is based on a research that is true and that I have experienced multiple times. And see, now these are your testosterone levels when you're jerking off. As you can see, they're pretty low, but when you stop, they go up. Day by day, they're rising and rising, and when you hit the 7th day, that's when they're at its highest peak. And when they reach that peak, that's when most people will release through wet dream. And the wet dream doesn't count as a relapse, so don't worry. And when they hit its highest peak, that's when they go down. But they don't go down to the level of which they used to be. They go down to the normal levels that every man should have. Reason number 2 why every teenager should be in NoFap is to have a healthy functioning brain. I'm going to start with this. Do you want to go into your adult years with a messed up brain? Like for real? When you're consuming all of this adult content, you're basically frying your dopamine receptors in your reward system. And when your reward system is messed up, that's when you stop valuing things. And everything is the same and it doesn't mean shit to you. And that is the main reason why you feel unmotivated all the time and you just can't complete nothing. Now I'm going to explain to you how the reward system works. So the reward system is a little part of your brain which is responsible for your drive basically. So in your reward system you have dopamine receptors. I don't know how they look, but I illustrate them like this. So for example, I'm going to give you sex. When you're having sex, it's pleasurable, so you release dopamine. Every receptor releases dopamine into your brain. And the more dopamine you release, the less sensitive you get to sex. So the more sex you have, the more often, the less your dopamine receptors are going to release dopamine. So you just, at some point, you stop getting pleasure from it. That's basically it. Guys, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say that sex is bad for you, but just make sure it's balanced, bro. 2-3 times a week is completely enough for you. Number 3 on the list is more testosterone and energy. Okay, from where should I start? Basically, when you're watching pee and you're jacking off to it, you spend an average of 15 to 20 minutes, some people even more, but 15 to 20 minutes is for a session. If you're doing it 2 times a day, that's 2 sessions and double the time. And just think about it, bro. You just lost around an hour from your day only watching this nasty crap. And if you spend that time on something productive, like when I stopped doing this, I started recording and learning more English. When you're having an urge, you can transform that energy. It's called sexual transmutation, and you can do it through meditating, working out, journaling, or just something that is going to help you and that is going to distract you from the thoughts of you relapsing. And for the energy, your seed is basically your life source. Just take a second and think about it, man. Like, you can create life from this. A life. You can create a real human being from your seed. So why the hell do you want to waste it on girls on a pixel screen, bro? Your seed is your most valuable energy source. Number 4 on the list is more confidence. What can I say about it? When you leave that bad habit of watching naked girls on a screen, when you leave that habit behind, that's when you'll be able to look at people straight in the eyes without being nervous at all. Because now you have nothing to be ashamed of. You didn't watch inappropriate content, and now you're just yourself. The 5th and the last one on the list is just be successful. If you want to be successful in any aspect of your life, you have to leave your addictions behind. And the most common addiction nowadays is to porn and masturbation. And that's why I'm doing this video. I want to get more teenagers on NoFap like you see, that is going to change your life. It really did change my life. If I was doing this thing now, I would have not been here. I would have not recorded this video because NoFap gave me the drive. It gave me the motivation to work harder and to better myself. Thanks for staying until the end. I really hope you found this video useful, and if you did, consider subscribing. It's completely free and it takes less than a second. If you're struggling with NoFap, check out this video. See you next time.